Yeah, dog. Welcome to Wreck to Riches. My name is Thomas G. Remember, I am not a financial advisor, for damn sure not a professional. Everything that comes from this channel is for pure entertainment purposes only. This is cryptocurrency. You could get wrecked. So we're going to talk about my favorite subject today, Pulse Chain. All right. I just have to flat out say to all you Richard Heart Maxis out there, the ones that only believe in Hex, E-Hex, P-Hex, Pulsex, incentive token, you guys are killing the chain. You guys are killing the chain. You know, when Pulse Chain first launched, let's take a look at your deck screener right here. It was in the top 3. It had just flipped Binance Smart Chain. And we're like, it's about to flip ETH. We had all the momentum going, right? A lot of good things. But the RH Maxi'S came out. And every single token that was being launched on the blockchain was being shitted on, literally, by the Maxi'S. The Maxi'S don't believe in any other currency. They don't believe in anything else other than Richard Heart products. The problem is, the Maxi mentality may have worked with Hex. You stuck with Hex, you made a lot of money. You stuck with Hex, now you're down a lot of money. All right, I get it. 10,000 X, we all know that. That was then, this is now. We live in the world is what have you done for me today? What have you done for me lately? Do. Ooh, yeah. All right, it was a little Paul Abdul, but listen, at the end of the day, Richard Heart created a blockchain, Pulse, and he created a DEX, Pulsex, right? And that is different than just having Hex. Pulse chain needs volume. Volume requires adoption. Adoption requires people to embrace Pulse chain all around. You don't have to endorse something like PDI, but you can embrace it, not talk bad about it, because you really don't know. You just like to bang on anything other than a Richard Heart product, just like the big Bitcoin and Ethereum Maxis did to Hex when it first came out. So they took the mentality of the people that used to prey on them and call Richard a scammer when he created Hex, and used that same mindset that caused people to miss 10,000x gains to now miss opportunities that are right there on Pulse Chain. But let's take a look. We're no longer in the top 3. Ethereum's ranked 1, Solana 2, Arbitrum 3, 4 Binance Smart Chain. Oh, this is getting bad. Avalanche is 5. Polygon. Who uses Avalanche? Polygon 6. Base. We're losing the base. Optimism. Oh my God. ZK Zinc. Mantle. Oh, this is not good. Look at all these chains that are outperforming with more users, more volume than Pulse Chain. That's really sad. And guess what? The Pulse Chain Maxis didn't even embrace one of the tokens that was part of one of the world's largest airdrop, PDI. PDI is a Richard Heart forked copy of the original DAI on Ethereum over on Pulse Chain. And the narrative was huge. And what did all the Maxis do? They clowned everybody. The community has been split in half because of people wanting to get out of that Maxi mentality and find other opportunities on Pulse Chain. But instead, they're driving these projects down and these products and these tokens, and they're killing Pulse Chain. The people who are expecting a 10,000, 14,000x on all of their Richard Heart tokens are killing what's supposed to bring adoption, mass adoption, volume to their platform. Because don't forget, one of the key features here, if you go to pulsex.com, PulseX only becomes more rare. And how does that become more rare? Well, let's read it. PulseX has lower fees than most competing exchanges. The fee to users is lower than any most competing exchange. Perfect, right? Most tokens inflate at high rates, while PulseX never inflates. The supply only becomes more rare as 21% of all fees could be used to buy up the price and burn the freshly bought PulseX. The fees are being used to buy PulseX and burn out of the supply. So what does that? more users, more volume, more projects, more communities are supposed to be coming over, should be embraced versus endorsed. Listen, if you don't believe in PDI, you don't believe in the fake copies and all that, or any projects on Pulsechain but Richard Heart products, that's great. Don't endorse them. But embracing their volume is different. And how do you embrace their volume? By not talking shit. By not smacking the community around and splitting everybody up and creating all this chaos and having that Maxi mentality. Because that Maxi mentality lost people on 10,000x gains on Hex. And those are the ignorant, small peanut brained Bitcoin and Ethereum Maxis. Now you're acting the same way. When a blockchain is created and needs volume, Richard told us that there would be scams and projects that come left and right that are no good, that are garbage, right? But he's not sitting there worried about those. He knows they bring volume. He knows that there's going to be scams and rug pulls and all that. He built a blockchain so people can build and use it. Users are important. And when you scare the users away, you are damaging the overall product. And the overall product is a blockchain Pulse being used. The overall product is PulseX being burned because of these communities and projects transacting on PulseX and burning PulseX. It's weird. It's weird. And every blockchain needs a meme coin. Teddy Bear. The Maxi'S attacked Teddy Bear. They attacked everything that had to do with the Atropa dev. I mean, like I say, you don't have to endorse it, just embrace it. Oh, look, Teddy Bear, the first meme coin on PulseX. Good luck, everybody. Every blockchain needs a meme coin. Thumbs up, whatever. Instead of making up stories, just being that Maxi mentality mindset, it's no good. You guys are losing. And then we all lose. Because people get fear, they get uncertainty, and they get doubt. And look at that. Pulsechain. Below Clayton. Below Osmosis. Below Canto. Below Manto. Who even talks about these blockchains? There we are. The volume sucks. The volume sucks. And look at Teddy Bear, though. Teddy Bear, 420K liquidity, 174,000 volume. I mean, there's a lot of other products in the Atropa ecosystem, and I'm not endorsing these products. I'm embracing them. I think it's good. I would love more momentum to come to them and for them to transact on PulseX so that we burn more PulseX because I'm a big bag holder in that, right? That would make more sense. I don't understand what's going on in this world of Warcraft. But you see, there's tokens all over, but I feel like the momentum on Pulsechain overall is dying. We're gonna need something big. We need a project and a community that's strong over here and diamond handed to the point where it becomes parabolic, that they're just out there just kicking doors down, letting people know about their project. Because we forked Ethereum, we're trying to right out the gate compete with Ethereum, and the only thing we have to show for is cheap fees. Okay, well, the fees are cheap, but no one's using your blockchain. We're losing. We are losing. We need to be in the top 5. We cannot be losing to Polygon. No one even uses it. Avalanche. I understand if we're below Binance Smart Chain, right? But Solana, these blockchains don't even deserve, or these layer 1s, layer 2s, whatever they may be, don't deserve to be in the same room, in the same sentence as Pulsechain. It is a superior product. But every time a community builds, the Maxis are there to be right there at its downfall, be the reason. When the price goes down, they attack even more. How do we recover from this? That's the question. How do we recover from this? I don't know. Because it's so far the Richard Heart ecosystems have been nothing but manipulation from his side. Since Hex and the recycled ETH and all that, we know the story. The OA address, everything that happens within the Pulse Chain ecosystem relies on Richard. And Richard has to come and clean up a large mess, which at this point, I don't know if he's going to because the SEC. So the community has to drive this to new levels. The community has to be all over PDI, all over wrapped Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the wrapped Bitcoin. That's the fake copy on Pulse Chain, which only has 154,000 supply. Right? This went to 2,500. Even Richard Heart put this token on his farm and then pulled the plug. It went for $2,500 right back down below 100. And I've traded this throughout the times. And I'm stacking some more for the long run. You never know. Richard said on camera he has something up his sleeves when it comes to the PRC20s. And he tested the wrapped Bitcoin. I think it went up way too fast. He was like, I got to pull the plug. But it was a test for him to see like the capability of what the community can do. The community, what they can do, plus what he can do on top of that, when he's ready to get these free copies to a whole another level as far as parity or whatever it may be. Oh, that speculation's insane. It really is. It really is. $80. Wow. 154,000 tokens. That's it. The fake copy. But why would he give us fake copies and let them be worthless? What's the reason? Well, does he have a plan? I think so. I'll speculate. But the Maxi'S, they're not going to help. They're not going to help. They are not going to help. So we have to, I guess, remain divided, but become stronger than that other half. Meaning we got to get the Maxi'S to the point where they're like, you can't beat them, join them. You know, we're not going to beat these guys. If we're losing still, we need to join them so that we all grow together. Because these products like Pulse and Pulse'X are nothing without new projects building. This is not a token. It's a blockchain. And the blockchain is losing on daily volume to garbage chains. A superior product is below all these other ones. Why? Well, I just explained to you why. If the Maxi'S had approached things differently, we might still be a top 3, top 5 candidate. Hands down. The community has to become one. The community has to grow strong together. The community behind Pulse and Pulse'X has to embrace other communities, other projects trying to make it in the space. Not call them all scams. Not beat them while they're down because the price is down and say, ha, ha, I told you so. Hex users unaffected. I could say that too. I can cash out $2,000 from Titan X and be like, Hex is down. Titan X users unaffected, making money. That's stupidity. That'd be dumb of me to do. It really, it is. I'm a money maxi. I want to make money. So I'm trying to explain to you guys why it's so unhealthy to be a Richard Heart maxi on just the ecosystem of tokens and why they are killing the blockchain. Literally killing Pulse Chain. It's poison and it's toxic and it makes me sick. So hopefully some of them change and they flip for the better, for the greater good, for the greater good, for the greater good. Till next time, we'll do it again. Yeah, dog.